Really grateful everybody's out here today. It's great to see the community get together under a unified set about myself. I've been I've been speaking about myself for about 8 months now. So I'm gonna start this a little bit different. I wanna talk about this gentleman over here. So some of you might have been at the event over here at Lighthouse Baptist Church about 2-3 weeks ago now. It was a law enforcement appreciation event. After the event, it was a fantastic event, and we really appreciate Pastor Brian for setting it up for us. We felt honored and very grateful to have been part of it. Something that most of you didn't see is what happened after. So as Mike and I were getting ready to leave, we were talking and we heard a lady's cry for help. So we turned to our left and see that a lady is standing in front of the elevator, and her probably about 2-3-year-old child has one of his hands stuck in the elevator. So we sprint over there to help her out, and I'm trying to free the kid's hand like a caveman, but Mike, with his more extensive training and experience as a law enforcement officer, and also being a dad longer than I have, he used his fatherly wisdom and he pushed the inner door to create some space to free up the child's hand. Now, this is nothing. This is what we do. We're part of the Heroes Coalition. Mike wears that pin because he's a hero. And
Wow! Thank you.
we didn't do it for kudos. We didn't do it for attention. And what really struck me was hearing a fellow law enforcement officer who was nowhere to be seen while this is happening and came up after start telling other people that he was a hero that saved a day. As I was walking away, I heard him telling other people that he heard this lady scream and he ran over to help without even mentioning anything that Mike did. And that's fine. But that's just a testament to Mike's character. Instead of walking around bragging about what he did, I'm sure he hasn't talked about this to anyone. I haven't talked about it to anyone other than my wife, because she happened to mention, or she asked me if I talked to Mike after the event, and so I mentioned it to her. But that's the kind of person Mike is. He does things because that's a testament of his character. He's a true hero, a true patriot, and more importantly, a great father.
Thank you.
I have too much to live for. My beautiful wife here. I'm gonna try not to cry. My son. I do it for them. Secondly, even though I am Asian, I've never been in a car accident. So if you hear in the future, after I'm senator, that I've died from a mysterious car accident or my car veers out of control and bursts into flames, just know that wasn't me. If you heard I committed suicide, just know that wasn't me. It's because I'm going after these individuals and organizations and countries that continue to perpetuate evil on us, and it won't stop until every single one of them is defeated.
Yes.
Thank you for all your time. My name is Vincent Tsai. I'm running for California State Senate, District 22.
Thank you. Good job, Vincent Tsai.
Grabbing the mic. So anyways, I want to thank everyone who is here today. I'm part of a new organization. We're Informed Parents of BUSD. And so our group of parents came together, moms and dads from Laverne through San Dimas, come together, and we are supporting, endorsing these two men here, Vincent and Mike.
Thank you for running.
And so I do want to take the time now to introduce our 3 school board members who we are endorsing. So we have Ann Horsley and Joseph Musgrove and Derek Bahmanou. And Derek's actually, he is on the school board already, so he's running for re-election. So we'll start with you, Derek. So come on over, Derek, and you get the mic. Thank you for coming, Derek.
Inviting me. This better? All right, first I'd like to thank you guys for inviting me to just get to know you guys, to answer questions, and to speak to people. First point I'd like to make is we have an amazing district. And I really would like to just go over some highlights of the district and some things that kind of set our district apart. One, we have very high test scores. And test scores are not everything, but I do think they're important. And when you compare Bonita to Glendora and Claremont, and you just look at the test scores, Bonita does better. And when the new test scores come out, I think we'll see that Bonita still does better. And I think that's something that's very important, that our kids that we send to our public schools are getting a great education. Another point I think is important is our robust mental health program. Other districts, they give some kids services. We've invested money into marriage and family therapists so that all of our kids can get robust mental health care services. And that could be one of the reasons why our kids are performing better. Trade skill pathways. The last time I ran for office, I did bring up, I think we should expand trade skill pathways. I still think we need to do that. But I'm happy to report that we've greatly increased the different choices our kids have, and that our robust opportunities are out there for kids who want to explore trade skill pathways. We've won for several years in a row, in a pandemic, Best Workplace Award. And I'm not going to go into too much about this because I'm sure someone else will expand upon it. We've, as a district, has also gotten one of the best places for children to learn to read. And I have to give some credit. Ann Horsley is one of the main architects of our reading program. And our kids can read better than a lot of surrounding districts because of the work she did. And if you don't mind, give her a round of applause because our kids can read. And one of the things I do think sets our district apart, maybe not for everyone, but I personally believe that our schools belong to all of us. Left, right, center, every single person should feel comfortable sending their kids to our schools. And that's not a philosophy that's always embraced by everyone. Some people think the main job of a school board is to tell people the laws of Sacramento or to explain things to you guys. And that is part of it. But our number one job is to listen. And we need to understand what all of our community members think and to see how we can make sure that your kids feel comfortable in our schools and that you feel comfortable sending your kids into our schools. And, you know, as a school board member, I've tried to do that. I'm 100% confident that these two people will also carry on that tradition of listening to understand, listening to what our community actually cares about. You might not like our answers all the time. I can guarantee you that won't happen, especially if we have to explain that we have no choice, this is the law. I get that. There are laws I don't like either. But we're going to do the best we can. And as a board member, I will do the best I can to make sure that our schools give your kids the best possible education. I love my kids. I know you guys love your kids. I'm here running for school board because I want to make sure my daughter and my son get a great education. You guys are here because you want to make sure your kids and your neighbors' kids and your friends' kids get a great education. And I hope if we work together, we can make sure that happens. Thank you very much. My name is Bahmanou.
Thank you. Woo, thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank the, I'm going to blow it again, but the moms of BUSD, informed parents of USD, okay, for having this event today and for all the support that you've given me, okay, for all the sign postings that you've done, the postings on Facebook, just getting the word out, talking to people about this school board campaign and how important it is that we get the right people on the school board. I just really, really appreciate it. This morning I was reading a article from the California Reading Coalition, and they have done a recent study of about 400 school districts in the state of California, and only 10% of them have gone outside of the state-adopted curriculum to put in place proper reading instruction. And Bonita Unified is one of those 10%. And I am so proud of this district and the teachers and the parents and the families that participate in our reading programs so that we have become a very outstanding district. Even in 2018, we were not given an award, but we were recognized for having the #1 test scores for Hispanic at-risk students in the entire state of California. It's a very powerful program what we have, but we didn't get there by always following the rules exactly right. We have had a history in Bonita of the schools, the principals, the teachers being able to find the best research programs and get them in place for your students. So I'm proud and would be proud to serve on a board in a district where what's best for children is what we move forward. And when you come and you talk to me about what you want for your children, I know that I can be a helpful element in helping continue keeping our district moving forward, doing the right thing for everyone's children, okay? Also, I would like to say that this is a great group here, and I am just excited about the election on November 8th, and please keep telling everybody to get out there and vote. It is really important. I think it's going to be a close call in a number of our races, so it's just really important. And before you leave today, if you want to pick up any of our door hangers and hit your neighborhood, we'd really, really appreciate it. And we look forward to having questions from you guys this afternoon.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So hopefully it doesn't start raining. I know there was a forecast for rain, but my name is Joe Musgrove. I'm a local guy. I live here in St. Amos, California. I am myself a Gladstone Griffin, a Lone Hill Lion, and a St. Amos Saint alumni. It is important that we as a community come together and create the best environment and the best education for our children. It's important to remember that parents need to be included in that education process. A lot of stuff has been coming down lately from Sacramento, and it seems like it's sort of ripping away the rights of the parents away from the children. And as a board member, I want to represent the parents and be a voice for those parents and push back on some things that our community as a whole doesn't see any benefit from. I want to make sure that our school district focuses first and foremost on education, not politics. Keeping politics out of the school district, all the classrooms. We need to focus on education. I had a great conversation with a gentleman running. His name is Lance Christensen. He's running for superintendent for the state of California. I believe that's the title. He had an alarming statistic. California in all is 50th in the United States as far as reading and writing, and that's just a sign right there. We need to focus on education, not politics. Another thing I had a great conversation with too, and I know a few others shared my passion about, is children have a path through elementary, middle school, high school, and on to college. I myself went to Citrus College in Cal State in Greenville Hills, graduated with a bachelor's in business and human resources. Not all kids have an ambition to go to college. They don't all want to go to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in alternative education. There are many great opportunities other than college that I would also want to promote, and that is trade work. The average salary on an entry-level welder, electrician, any trade work like that is between $75,000 and $80,000 a year. So that way, it can be definitely having a great stable career and a stable platform, so where they can, raise a family of their own. And I know from experience, my grandfather, he worked around 51 years for Southern California Edison. He was a high voltage electrician. He didn't go to college. He didn't do anything like that. And I know growing up,